Ah, the humble mushroom. I love these guys. Now, did you know that it took a team of Canadian farmers as well as pickers to bring you a wide assortment of tasty, safe, gourmet mushrooms? Let's talk the language of fungi. Murray, how long have you been in the mushroom growing business?
We've been in it for about 7 years. We bought the farm on April 1st, 2001. I'm not sure if it's a joke or not, but we'll see. So far it's been good.
What's the biggest change from the time you started until now, 2009, that you've noticed people's perception about mushrooms change?
Biggest thing is that people thought that the mushrooms were void of nutrients and very little benefit for you, but they've been starting to realize that they're loaded with nutrients, potassium, there's vitamin D naturally, the only vegetable that actually occurs naturally, and selenium, antioxidants, a lot of research into colon cancers and stuff like that, and benefits of that.
What are some of the varieties that you grow?
We grow the Agaricus browns. That's the portabellas, creminis, portabellinis are the main ones we grow. Then there's the white Agaricus that everybody knows and loves.
What have you enjoyed personally about being a farmer?
The environment of farming. The business of farming, it gets a little tough and challenging once in a while, but the environment of farming is great. We've got 2 young kids and my wife and I on the farm, and that's the part I love, is the night sitting around the campfire and open sky and enjoying that part of it. So,
can you enlighten us a little bit about what it takes to actually create beautiful mushrooms?
To give you a start would be is the pasteurized substrate that the mushrooms are growing on. It's basically a straw mixture that's been sterilized, and then on top of the pasteurized substrate, it's about 8 centimeters of peat moss. That's what the mushroom mycelium grows through to produce the fruit body. You liken it to a nice loamy earth in the forest. When you see mushrooms growing, it needs that base to form its fruit body on top of it. And it's growing out for about 3 weeks, and then the fruiting process is 3 weeks. And that's when we harvest off the fruit bodies. Everybody thinks it's growing in manure, which it is not. We definitely cannot be growing in manure. If it is, we are in very big trouble. We have to have it pasteurized, sterilized, so that the mycelium can grow and there's no competition that's competing for the food that's in the straw substrate. That's the reason why a mushroom does form is the reproductive side of things. The mycelium will grow underground for years and years in the natural. It doesn't necessarily fruit until there's a trigger, and that's why they say it mushroomed. Because overnight, when you have, in the fall, you'll have a warm ground and a cold air, you'll see mushrooms pop up, and that's the trigger for most mushrooms. It realizes that it's becoming fall, winter's coming, I have to throw up a fruit body, and then that fruit body will drop spores onto the ground to reproduce for next year. Those spores will stay dormant over the winter, and then they'll start growing more mycelium, and then when that trigger shows again, warm ground, cold air, the mushrooms will start to pin and then form a fruit body. It's a cycle of life in the mushroom world.
It's always nice to be able to put a face to your food, but here with me is Marketing Manager of Mushrooms Canada, which puts all the faces of all the farmers together in one lump company, which is great. So let's talk a little bit about mushrooms. Tell us about what the agency does.
Mushrooms Canada is an association, and we represent all the mushroom growers across Canada, and we offer them several services like food safety certification and, of course, marketing.
Now, I love mushrooms, and you're going to make something for us today. Tell us what you're going to make.
I am making sweet and spicy stir-fried mushrooms. It's one of my favorite recipes and the #1 recipe on our website, so I'm really excited about this.
Take it away.
All right, well, first we want to have a hot pan. Okay. So I've already preheated the pan, and as you can see, I've added about a ½ pound of cremini mushrooms. And I'm using pretty tiny ones because the larger they are, the longer they take to cook. So we want these to just brown up a little bit, release some of their moisture, and get nice and juicy.
In your opinion, what's the #1 question that's asked about mushrooms?
How do I clean the mushrooms?
Fair enough question, fair enough question. What do you recommend?
A lot of people are scared of the dirt that they think is on the mushrooms.
Yes.
And what I always tell people is that you can just brush them off with a damp paper towel. It's peat moss and it won't hurt you.
These are looking beautiful.
They're just about ready for our sauce, so we're going to mix up our sweet and spicy sauce right about now. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit to medium. and we're going to mix up our sauce. So I have 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, and to that I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce.
Cool.
And then our sweet, which is 1 tablespoon of honey. Mix it all together. And our spicy are half a teaspoon of hot red pepper flakes. Now, if your family doesn't like hot stuff, you can leave the spicy out, but I know I like it spicy, so we're gonna add that in there. And just add it to our sauteed mushrooms here, and you're gonna get a nice sizzle. And what's going to happen is this is going to cook down and start to thicken up into a glaze, and it'll coat the mushrooms really nicely.
That looks beautiful. I love reduction-based sauces.
What's great about this is that the mushrooms act like a sponge and absorb all this sauce flavor. So they really take on the flavor of the foods that they're cooked with. So now we're going to add our little bits of garnish. I've got 1 chopped green onion. Going to add some nice flavor and some bright color.
Add a little bit of crunch as well.
All right, and just on top of that, we're going to sprinkle some sesame seeds. You can toast these as well. And you can serve this as a side to meat. You can even have it on top of rice. It's very versatile. You can have it with any meal.
Canadian mushroom growers are proud to bring you simple, good, and beautiful food. And it's all done in an environmentally friendly way. This is good. So go try some.